One thing we haven't talked about, which affects everybody here, across the United States and across the world, cyber warfare.
Sure.
What is the future of cyber warfare? The past year, the White House, State Department have been basically inundated.
Yeah.
Talking to the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, every day there are over 100,000 attacks on the Pentagon networks. It's extraordinary. What would you recommend to be done?
If you had asked me what I worry about the most and what kept me awake at night, I would not say the Islamic State or China in the South China Sea or Russia. I would say the most pressing security threat we face today is in the cyber world. Why? Because in cyber, the level of threat meets the lowest level of preparation. In other words, Islamic State, we're going after it, we will defeat the Islamic State. Russia, we can deter them. China, we can work with them, we can deter them. Cyber, we're nowhere. We are not prepared. So what should we do? We need, first of all, to do the simplest sets of things. And this is just cyber hygiene. It's all the annoying long passwords, change them a lot, don't give them out, don't stick your thumb drive where it doesn't belong. All those annoying, difficult things would clear up 60% of these enormous levels of breaches we talk about. Second thing, we need to internationalize this. We're not going to solve this just as Citadel United States. We need to work with our allies who are extraordinarily good at aspects of this. Places like Israel, Estonia, Finland. There are many nations that are very good at this. We ought to be building a cyber coalition the same way we think of NATO. Thirdly, we need to get our interagency working together. Our problem in government in this area, and in many areas, is that it's very siloed. Department of Homeland Security, not working very effectively with Department of Defense, not working very well with Treasury or State in the cyber world. Each one wants to protect its turf, but they don't work holistically. Fourth, we need private-public cooperation. This is the ultimate team sport, cyber, because you mentioned the Pentagon being attacked 100,000 times a day. Wall Street is attacked 1,000,000 times a day, literally. The stock exchange, a constant barrage of attacks. Our electrical grids under extreme attack. This is private sector, but we haven't yet worked out the modalities of how the government and the military protect the cyber infrastructure the way that we have thought through the air, the sea, and the land. So there's 5 things we should be thinking about right now, and we are not making a lot of progress. I'll close by saying, I think we need a cyber force. So today we have an Army, a Navy, an Air Force, and a Marine Corps. 100 years ago, we had an Army, a Navy, and a Marine Corps. We didn't have an Air Force 100 years ago. Why? Because we didn't fly airplanes. We didn't have planes. Today, we have an Army, a Navy, a Marine Corps, and of course we have an Air Force. We couldn't conceive of a military without an Air Force. In 100 years, we'll look back at this moment and say, what were they thinking not having a cyber force? We need that to protect ourselves in this dimension, and frankly, to have offensive capability as well, because this is not going to be solved by simply protecting ourselves. It has to be solved by deterring others and showing them we have offensive capability in this world as well.